Islamic media, Islamic radio, and for years and years and years, for those of us who have been with a CII, have known Ma Asmall, a frequent contributor to the shows, and also in terms of engagement with people at CII. And many of us will recall her presence at many of the events that we had held in Durban. We've seen her at the Al Ansar Souk. She used to be regular at the Hartley Fair. And I'm just looking at two posts that have come through. One showing a picture of Ma Asmal engaging with Marhum Ibrahim Gangat, and also another one where I see myself and Yusuf Ali engaging with her at the Hartley Fair. But clearly, it's a sad loss. We say Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And she definitely is going to be missed. And someone who's going to miss her even more as well, and also the entire team at Channel Islam International. We joined by Hafiz Imraan Ismail. Imran, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jummah Mubarak and welcome.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah so much, Uncle Inayet. Jummah Mubarak. It's great to be in Salam Media this morning. And what a fitting day for the passing away of Ma Asmall, as she was fondly known as well.
Well, certainly the day of Jummah, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has truly blessed her. But that speaks about the caliber, the type of person she was, and her end, alhamdulillah, befitting. But I'm sure, Imran, many, many memories of Ma Asmall.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't separate Islamic radio and Channel Islam specifically from the name of Ma Asmall. Alhamdulillah, she's been a regular caller for many years on the various programs. Alhamdulillah, she was well known for speaking in both English as well as Gujarati as well. And I think that made her very unique. She'd say things very straightforward also. I mean, she didn't hold back any punches when it came to upholding what is correct and what is on haq. And she was a true mother to the station as well, always giving that very valuable advice to each and every staff member. I mean, whether it be the person that's making tea or the cleaner or engineers, presenters, station managers and the like. Alhamdulillah, her advice went across the board. Very simple, very easy advice. But she could connect, Uncle Inayet. I think this is a real quality which she had. She could connect with people across the age spectrum, across the color spectrum. She just know how to get into somebody's heart, alhamdulillah.
Yes, certainly. And she famously earned that honor of the title of the mother of the radio station, if I recall, over the years. But also, it was not only on air, but also off air. Her contribution. And I recall, and I made a point of this, is whenever we were in Durban, she would make a point of visiting us. She would make a point of bringing something, even if it was her famous bhajias that she used to bring to the events like the Al Ansar Souk or even the Hartley Fair. And we used to actually enjoy the type of engagement that we had with her, as we did with many of our listeners.
Absolute, 100%. And I mean, one thing as well, which I remember she mentioned also, is that before people died, I said in Gujarati, but basically what it meant is that before people used to eat inside and they used to do their dirty job outside, meaning they go to the toilet outside. That's what we had in the past, long time ago, obviously before my time. And she says nowadays, people eat outside and they come inside and they do their dirty jobs. So she's just, reflecting on how times have changed throughout her entire lifespan period as well, and how society has changed also. And Inayet, one thing she was very firm on is that she didn't like us to have any machines which sounded remotely musical as well. She would call us each time that she heard something that sounded slightly musical, and she would tell us, "Wait, hold on, this is not good to play, that is not good to play." And she'd say she likes to stick to her traditional naat but she also liked to venture into slightly different sounding nasheeds as well. Like obviously when Zain Bika came on the scene with his Mountains of Makkah nasheed as well. It was very different. I mean, they're singing in the English language, but she adapted very well to nasheeds like that. And there was one of her favorite ones also, the iconic Mountains of Makkah nasheed, which she would request. What she had a wonderful knack of doing is not just coming on air and requesting something or saying something, but she would advise people in a very, very motherly and granny-like manner, which where even if you disagreed with her, she'd make you understand why her point was important. And may Allah grant to the highest state of the Jannah, she was very, very straightforward. She didn't bend what she was saying. She didn't adjust what she was saying. If she felt that was right, that was right. And that's the way it was. And yet she wasn't, I mean, that staunch. I mean, like what you mentioned, alhamdulillah, we've interacted with her on the phone, on air, in the various affairs and souks in the KZN area also. So, but one thing I clearly remember is that she wouldn't look at people or people of the opposite gender straight in the face. She would talk to you, but her eyes wouldn't be focused on your face. I mean, that shows the quality of person that she was. That she didn't just speak whatever she felt was right, but she did what she felt was right as well.
Well, Imran, Jazakallah, there's just so much that we can't talk about Marhuma Ma Asmall, but we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant her family sabr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken Ma away in His mercy on this beautiful day of Jummah. Allah ta'ala grant her forgiveness and fill her qabr was nur, inshallah, in the highest stages of Jannah. And also, I think to everyone at CII as well, obviously, with much sadness. And obviously, one of the ardent listeners that CII has lost. So, obviously, we feel your pain as well, Hafiz Imran, and also everybody else at CII. But for now, Jazakallah, have yourself a wonderful Jummah, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Just on closing days, remember I saw a few days ago, it was one Marhum Uncle Ibrahim Bhai Khangat's poster. Not on his poster, on his Facebook, it popped up on the feed where it says, congratulate Ibrahim Khangat on their work anniversary, celebrating 21 years of broadcasting. So I still joked with somebody and I said, once you enter CI, you can never leave. And obviously things like that still continue. People's Facebook posts, it reminds you of people's Facebook posts, it updates as well. So yeah, the beautiful thing that we have in Islamic media is that we one big family, alhamdulillah. No matter which station we are in.
Certainly, Hafiz Imran, please take care, look after yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
The time is just gone 8:43 a.m. and we still obviously paying tribute and we're talking about the legacy of Marhum Dr. Farid Ahmed Salih, who sadly has also reached